How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Southern Gardener. Last week, during my April garden tour, I was telling you guys about some Boxwood lollipops, these Green Mountain boxwoods I had purchased from Callaway's to replace some boxwoods that I had up in pots on my front porch. And here you can see I am trying to pull these root-bound boxwoods out of these planters. These are some chinoiserie planters that we had gotten at Williams Sonoma, 4 or 5 years ago at this point. And you can tell that these boxwoods in there are super root bound. I'm having such a tough time getting them out of the planters, and partly because of the shape of the planters being kind of wide there in the middle and then neck down at the top. But I gave up and pulled it out in the front yard on the first version and not showing you that. But on the second one here, I'll show you how I pulled it out. But now I am going along and clipping back a boxwood here that I think it got some water damage to it. This place gets a lot of water right there by the front sidewalk. And so pulling that out, clipping the brown out of that there, doing the same on this side where I think the light from the yard lights kind of heats it up and burns it. But getting the dead clipped out of boxwoods, and making things look a little bit better. But back to the boxwoods that are in the containers up there, you can see kind of how dull they look compared to the rest of the new boxwoods, the lollipop ones that I got, the Green Mountains, and then that dried boxwood wreath that we have on our front door. Big difference. So they didn't even put any green growth on this year. That's kind of how I knew I needed to replant them and put them somewhere else. So what I am doing now is pulling the second one off, and there I flipped the camera, give you a view of me struggling to pull this out of the pot here. But I did get the other one out. You can see it sitting right there, and that root ball is just huge. There's hardly any dirt left in there, just tons and tons of roots. So it's a good plant. It's going to be fun to dig that hole to dig that hole to replant it, but to be determined on where that's going to go, whether it go in the front landscape or somewhere in the back. But here I am just struggling to get these pulled out, and hopefully this will give you a bit of a laugh trying to watch me here struggle on the front yard on Easter Sunday. This was when that was recorded, so everybody walking by or driving by can see me kind of struggling and yelling at this pot here. Alright guys, so I am about to plant these up. So I used the rest of the Miracle-Gro potting soil that I had, and then I had another bag of Callaway's, this garden soil, and I really love this garden soil and absolutely love anything from Callaway's. But putting that there in the base of the planter, 2 big handfuls of the Callaway's natural lawn and garden food that actually has coffee grounds in it, and it smells really good, much better than a normal organic fertilizer smells, so not as strong. And then I am putting my boxwood in there. The roots weren't too root bound or anything, so didn't really have to break those up. But then just filling it up, the sides up with the rest of the soil. And I thought it would be a great idea to add in some plants underneath of these to kind of give the space between the pot and the plant there a little bit of more focal interest. And so I've got one Snow Princess Lobularia, that's a proven winners, and then one Diamond Snow Euphorbia. I have planted the Euphorbias before, the Diamond Snow. I think they're absolutely incredible. I have not planted the Snow Princess Lobularia, so excited to see how that does. And on this first pot, you can see I'm like struggling here to get these in because of the size of the containers that those were in from Proven Winners, and so that was quite the struggle. But on the second pot, I'll show you that I put the filler plants in before I used the rest of my soil to fill up the sides, so that made it a lot easier. So, you know, that's the whole process of gardening. You just learn something each time you do something, and you take away and do something better the next time. All right, y'all, so here I am filling this pot back up and going around. I had to pick up another bag of garden soil. I had run out of that original bag, so had to get another one to put in there to fill in the sides. And I am almost finished with this project. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and comment anything that you have questions on or would like to see, and I really appreciate you guys watching and hope you have a great day.